Hello. And guess what? Yep, judging by the title, the latest, and to be fair, latest Deadpool and Wolverine trailer has dropped. Now, I did some digging, and apparently the name of the film isn't just, how should we put it, it's not just an expression, it's basically, it's not actually Deadpool 3. It's actually, say for example, you got Batman versus Superman. Well, technically, that's the film between Batman, that would have been the film between Man of Steel and Superman 2 with the DC, so it's that sort of similar flavour, if that makes sense. So you got Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, and if obviously they do make it 3, you'll have Deadpool and Wolverine, and then number 3, if that makes sense. Now, there's a sort of... just make sure something... Yeah, that's all right. So, to make sure... so to just let you know, this is... even though I've called a reaction, it is still a reaction, because I pretty much feel the same, react the same when I see this trailer. Because the problem is, I saw it when it dropped, and the thing is, I then realised I wanted to do a video for it, so with a breakdown as well. So, and I've had to take some notes. Might miss some stuff out with it. But anyway, so there. Whoop! So this is. I have to put my thing up. That's what she said. I have to put my thing there so I can then rewind it and adjust it. Right. Anyway, so let's go.
Told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider. I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Can't find out why they fight him.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Starts the fight. Don't get ahead of yourself. Break down.
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
I wonder how they.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
I don't know anything about saving worlds.
Probably this song that's going to get me copyrighted.
Do.
Oh, fuck it.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even forest bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes! I can't.
Can I just say though, before I start breaking it down, I just realised something, because me and a mate of mine, we were discussing on WhatsApp. See, look, bits right, bits out. I'm not saying it is. The problem is I have to go back and watch it and double check, because we're trying to think where that street was, when they fight, because it's obviously in New York. But it just occurred to me, doesn't the window bit? Because I'm trying to figure out who uses magic as well. Obviously, we'll get to that in a minute. But it looks like the. I mean, I'm not saying it is, but it looks similar to the window Doctor Strange went through on the Multiverse of Madness, because that street looks similar. I could be wrong though. I don't think it is though, but that's what it reminds me of, anyway. So if we go back here, I'm getting the order of my notes so that I'm not confused or forget bits, because
It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath.
oh yeah, that was it. Smile until the flash or something goes off. Basically like a camera.
Through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider. I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
See, with that as well, fuck it, I'm going to have to go through it. I'll do it through the trailer, so have I got anything on this bit? So, oh yeah, what are the stone pillars? What are these stone obelisks, right? Also, that fight we see him where he stabs him in the groin. That obviously, that fight breaks out because we're thinking, do they fall out? You know, does he meet? Because at first we thought he meets him in the void, and then they have a fight because obviously he might not like him from another. You know, we had we had our own ideas, didn't we? Obviously not. He goes to collect him in the bar, and obviously the fight that he has with him is when he says to him about, you know, just then in that line. Is that what you did? You know, basically hits a nerve, and that's what starts the fight.
Come again.
And to be fair, can I just add, even though they de-aged him in the flashbacks, I mean, he still looks great to this day anyway. And last interviews I saw, he still looks great. But can we just say that Hugh Jack? What astounds me is you don't really need to de-age Hugh Jackman. He still looks in top shape. In fact, I think they had to make him look older for Logan. I don't know how they did it, but to be fair, he still looks good. They haven't de-aged him at all. What he's done is, you know, just dyed his hair or whatever. You know, get all the any bits of grey he's got. Well, I'm not saying. Like I said, from what I've seen on one of his last interviews, he didn't have that much grey. Either way, he still looks good for his age. So.
This Wolverine let down his entire...
And that guy there, which is interesting because, according to the cast listing, he's Mobius. But Mobius is Owen Wilson, and I'm not sure if he's still in it. But he is on the cast listing. But I presume, because the other Mobius was given a normal life, I'm assuming that this variant has been given... because I think I can remember from Loki, the spoiler by the way. I don't think. Oh yes, look, I've got my pin go back. I don't think Mobius is his real name. It's a shame because as well because even though he went down a different path. And has a completely different name. It was interesting because originally, well, there was implications that he could have been a Howard Stark variant, and I wish they went down that line because I figured it'd be more dynamic or interesting to see his reaction about hearing upon his son, and also the whole thing about Kang allegedly having Stark tech. He's like he needed the TVA let the Avengers happen because that way then Kang got the old technology. So yes, I'm presuming he is another variant of Mobius because he's called Mobius. So therefore, probably to Loki put him there to replace the other one.
A world.
talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
Life is a mystery.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were.
So I forgot to take break. Oh, pencil. Oh, come on, you tart. Mess about. Right, so I mentioned those two. Oh yeah, what are the pillars?
An X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Boys are so silly.
Right, there's a bit you'll see again. Is basically the villain. It's quite funny because through the clips, everyone is speculating who's the bald head. Is it the ancient one? Because the ancient one was apparently meant to turn up in the film, one of these films. I can't remember what he must have had. Yeah, one of the Marvel films, but I think it got taken out. That villain is Cassandra Nova, who's Professor Charles Xavier's twin sister. And I haven't got time to go into that, so you have to go Google it. If you read the comics, you'll know, obviously. And her headquarters. Now, this is cool as well because I need to mention my idea on this, but I'm not saying it is, but I think it's interesting. Is where it could be easily explained anyway in terms of various things, right? But her headquarters is the skull of Ant-Man, but when he's big. That's what she said. And I just had a random thought. It's like, is that Ant-Man the zombie one? Because he died. He was stuck in his giant form and he turned into a zombie, then died. So, just an idea, but I doubt it because obviously people would be infected because it was one of those, you know what I mean, dangerous viruses. You know, it wasn't like the standard Walking Dead virus. It seemed to affect the whole planet, sort of thing.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking.
There you go. And also, I noticed here, right? Actually, I don't need to go show you the clip. See that car over there? The car on the right. A mate of mine pointed this out. Mac pointed this out. Mac, yeah, you pointed this out to me. And so I did a Google, and that car there is indeed the Red Skull's car. Don't know what happened to the Red Skull in this, but that's the Red Skull's car. Also, at the bottom here, hunched down, you got, ignoring the guy in the brown trench coat, don't know who that woman is. I think I got a picture with the tabs on it, but you got, at the time, this is what I noticed. So, I'll put the ones in the pictures at the end, but the ones I noticed in particular was the woman next to the ramp, and the guy who's got red skin. So you got Lady Deathstroke, the one that died in X-Men 2 with the adamantium claws, fingernails. And on the other side you got Azazel. But they reckon the guy's hunched over is Toad, which could be Toad, yeah. And I reckon that one of these guys near the car is Pyro, because we've seen pictures of him in the other trailer. The Cloud, we saw the Cloud, which is is it Eliath? The Cloud monster from Loki series. Not sure if I pronounced it right. And it appears to either be like coming to eat them, but then again, but mind you, I reckon, just a theory, is if she's just as powerful as Charles Xavier, then she could probably control it.
About
Big slow motion action.
Oh,
Boys are so silly.
See, also, what gets me here, if you look here, I mean, is it just the head? Because these patchy bits, the side, look like his shoulders, so it looks like he's fallen over. Which is interesting, because that's how he died in, again, the zombie, yeah. Like the zombie thing, this is what I'm just makes me think of a zombie.
Talking about.
See, there's the car, except it's got flames on it. That's the Red Skull's car. Oh yeah, so this cute little dog, I didn't know this at first, but this little cute dog is a variant of Deadpool, believe it or not. Like in Loki, we saw, alligator crocodile. I think it's crocodile because it's got a long snout. But yeah, this is Dogpool, a variant of Deadpool.
Slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's.
See, some people who didn't do, I mean, there's, as you can tell, there's probably loads of breakdown trailers on this thing, but to be fair, a lot of people didn't even know who that was, and also they were like, oh, is it some magnetic woman? It's like, no, psychic. She's making him, she's like Charles, she can control people. And of course, she's got a cerebral helmet on. She can obviously, just like Charles Xavier, control you. So it's not she's doing like Magneto shit, she's controlling him. The bar at the beginning of the film, it's not, but I thought it was. It sort of reminded me of the one. I think the thing is they're paying a homage to it. So this bar here.
Hi, Peanut.
Sorry if I'm going off on one, but
I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
I told you, you know.
This bar here, I thought it reminded it reminded me of the pub in X-Men First Class where he tells them to fuck off, but it's not. Apparently, I googled it. It's not. But the idea is it was a nod to said thing.
You're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just keep.
Obviously, there you got the Fox logo. We know that's in it from the other ones in the pictures.
I'm about to lose everything that I.
Also, I must admit, because I'm not saying it is like, but the way they're doing the void.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence.
This bit here, I'm not saying it just for some reason I'm getting Mad Max vibes from that. Right, so obviously from what we established in this one, this trailer, is despite, because at first, thing is, to be fair, right, before I digress a bit, when I first saw this, when he had the problem with the claws, I thought, do you know what, because it's time travel and various other factors and stuff like that, right? And he go about the claws and they start to come out awkwardly. Well, I thought, this is the same, this is the Wolverine before Logan, is what I initially thought, because it says, well, actually, I was still thinking when he said he fell to the universe, because one, he had the claw trouble, which showed the start of that deterioration he had when he was Old Man Logan. Obviously, that happened like years later, but it just made me think that, because it's like, how did he fell that universe? Did he let all the X-Men die? I mean, so did the X-Men die like the other film, or was it Endgames? Did Thanos win in that one, or was it Days of Future Past scenario gone wrong. You know, there's all kinds of because the thing is, these are variants of. Don't forget the way they're sort of having it is things go similar paths in these universes. So you have one universe where so and so failed. One, so like in Multiverse of Madness 838, they had Doctor Strange defeat Thanos. Well, it's interesting though he didn't have any time stone. There's so many things about so many things in these films that don't really answer stuff. But, and just a Marvel in general, because it's like, why didn't he have a time stone? It's pretty odd. So it's, but it was the Illuminati. Well, it's actually it was Doctor Strange really, because I said in that film, oddly enough, if you look at the Illuminati, not one of them has got a scratch. So what's actually impressive to bear in mind, well, to give credit where credit's due, that is impressive, because they literally weren't kidding when they said he went alone. So when you think about it, the Doctor Strange of the Prime Universe, 616 as it were, he could have took on Thanos by himself if he wanted to. So yeah, that's quite interesting what I'm saying. So also, like at the end, oh yeah, this bit here. Where is it? People said, oh, this is a portal or a window to another dimension. Oh, sorry, I got itchy tongue. But no, because if you look at that portal, it's a sling ring portal. Now, people said that there could be a source or a variant. Don't forget, there's variants in this. In the Void, there's variants, right? So is it a source? Is it a variant of Wong, Doctor Strange, or the ancient one that's in the Void? Yeah. That's doing this. Because that's a sling ring thing. There is apparently someone was saying, mate ends up saying me that there is someone called Magic, but I don't know, because whilst the thing is, I seriously doubt they're going to. I'm not saying we won't get it. It won't go over our heads, but it'll go over the heads of people who don't read comics. I seriously doubt they're going to introduce characters who we have no clue who they are. You know what I mean? So it's going to be either original characters, because you've got the Wolverine from the Fox universe. You've got Lady Deathstroke with the claws. You've got all these other. You've got you've got OG characters, and you've got the First Class. I'll do it that way to differentiate the First Class era. Some of their characters there. So I don't think they're going to introduce anyone who we don't have a clue who they are, if that makes sense. If you read comics, yes, you'll get who they are, but they won't just throw characters in that we don't know about, or people don't know. I'm saying, when I say we, I mean people, just people in general. You know what I mean? Because it's like when they first did the. It's like if you look at the build-up to the Avengers Infinity Wars, they didn't necessarily have an origin story, but we learnt their backstory as it all went along. They did just chuck him in and go, "This is this person. You will accept him." You know what I mean? So I've got a feeling in my bones as well, because if they're having a fight in New York, it's going to be either Wong, Doctor Strange, or what do you call it? Wong, Doctor Strange, or the Ancient One. But then again, they say this is all leading up to Secret Wars. So, and we don't know. The other thing is, we don't know these clips, right? Don't forget, trailers are quite deceptive. We have no idea when these clips or things will be happening, because, say for example, he does. I mean, but then again, they probably meet this. Okay, I'll just debunk myself. I was just about to say that they bump into a sorcerer at the end because it's Secret Wars, but then again, I thought, well, hang on, it looks like by what they're saying they're off to do battle, and so Sonic opens a portal. So who knows? So it could be Wong. And the thing is, it could be any of those any of those characters from the Doctor Strange universe, because it's the Void. There's going to be variants of them. Yeah. Yeah. So I mentioned the Cloud. And what I like about this bit here.
What about Bolivian marching band? Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige...
Now, the thing is, also, we're not sure. There's a bit of a worry, but we'll find out. And that is, people are not sure whether or not the what do you call it? A lot of these clips we see when he's talking about Kevin Feige will be in the actual film. It would be stupid if they weren't, because it's a Deadpool film. He's famous for breaking the fourth wall. So I find it funny that, even again with this, he does it with... What I find... And the thing is, no one's pointing out, right? This is funny, right? And I'm sorry to... I'll try my best not to stretch this out too much. But I find it funny that no one's commented on how the TVA... Because the only person who did it badly was... I mean, Deadpool's always done it, but he's not officially part of the MCU yet until this film. They did it with She-Hulk and it looked trash and looked rubbish. But the fact that you have other characters like the TVA who are aware of Kevin Feige, it's just so meta. And I find, and no one's commenting on how that is. You know what I mean? But I think that's a good thing as well. The problem is, a lot of these films don't break the fourth wall. Deadpool does. Thing is, Deadpool is a brilliant film. Yeah, it's one of some of the, Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2, some of the best Marvel films out there, right? Because they break the fourth wall. Because it's a comic book, yeah? It's meant to feel... if we take... People complain about superhero films, but the reason why I think that is because a lot of them take them too seriously. Because like Batman, the Nolan films are great, don't get wrong. But they try to be realistic, but then they try to mash that with the comic book world, and it doesn't work. Because, I'm not being funny, if Batman had his back snapped in half in real life, there's no way he's going to come back from Ra's al Ghul's prison and then... Yeah, I mean, that's just stupid. It's not going to happen. But if you made the film comic booky, or more like a comic book, shall I say, people accept it more. So you got Deadpool, who's breaking the fourth wall. It's like, he did that in the comics, he did that in the other films. But I think they need to do that a lot in more other films than that. It's a shame they didn't do Doctor Strange films, because that would have been really psychedelic. Because if the thing is, anyone who's read the Doctor Strange comics knows they're quite psychedelic. It's like whoever drew those pictures must have been on acid. You know what I mean? It's one of those like just reality bending things, because he protects us from the supernatural world and all that kind of thing. But I like also the fact they mentioned Frozen. It's like, do I build a snowman? I'd love to, but I can't. It's like, that's brilliant. So yeah, so again, like I said, I'm not sure how. Yeah, so that's all my notes. So I pretty much covered what I was trying to get, the breakdown, the Easter eggs. If I've missed anything, let me know. But
More drinking, then I'll leave. Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now. Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go.
Oh, whiskey dick of the claws.
It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this. Unless you want to take a deep...
oh, that's it. Yeah, smile. Wait, let's see that. Look at that. Oh, pause game. Smile. Wait for the flash.
breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider. I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
The other thing that is not in this one, but you do notice in the trailers, there's the bit where he's like, "Can you give me a hand?" Next to him is a Secret Wars comic with Victor Von Doom's mask on it.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Entire world, not just the X-Men, okay?
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
And the fact that also, what I love as well about, oh my god, it's what I love about Deadpool films as well. Again, it's little nuances that people don't hear people pick up on or don't appreciate it. It's kind of like, because DC don't do this. Supernatural did, the TV series CW Supernatural did, where they came out a portal into this world and they were going on a TV set into the actors' homes, who, you know, the actors who played them, and it's like that went really meta, and it's kind of like, because obviously when we deal with the multiverse, it's kind of like somewhere out there, it's like a TV series or a film that you like is a reality. Is some of the speculative theories. It's like, hey, you'll never be Superman, or, you know, you could be Batman as well because it's gadgets, but you'll never be a superhero really in this world. But out there in the multiverse, there's a doppelganger of you who's a superhero. But it takes it to another level as well, because that whole idea of it did it in Deep Space Nine, where Benjamin Sisko is, what happens if he gets, was it into a coma or something? But he dreams that he's a black writer in the during the Martin Luther King era, writing a sci-fi or trying to publish his sci-fi of the space station that's led by a black captain. But that episode makes you think, is he Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine, or is he this writer? It's like, are you the dream, or are you the dream, or are you the dreamer? And it does it with this anyway. And the fact that they're going into the multiverse now, I don't think people. It's like, just spend some time thinking about that. It's quite impressive for films to do that or get to that point. You know what I mean? It's like, people may think I'm mad, but it's so meta. Yeah.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Is it just me though, or is that photo? Hang on.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you.
What the fuck? He's not even in that photo, is he? Who are they? Oh, hang on, he's showing... Oh, hang on. It's a voiceover from another clip, because that is a picture of his friends and his girlfriend. I thought he pulled out a picture of Wolverine and the X-Men, but it was a cast photo. I thought that would have been a nice touch.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero. You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man.
And, oh my god, I love the fact that he's like... It's again a sentiment that we all have as fans. It's like, no, it's going to be very... If they ever do reboot films, as they sure they would, who there's some people who can't... There are people who could do the job well, but they could never fill their shoes. Like, for me, Batman was Michael Keaton, Superman, Christopher Reeves. People may think they're cheesy now, but that's because you're so used to CGI and all that stuff. But back then, before the days of CGI, I mean, they still had some primitive levels of CGI, but back then, films like that, they made you think that men could fight, and Batman was done like a proper comic book. So, but there's some people that are very hard to fill those shoes. I'm not saying that the ones that came after them weren't any good, but as a one that leaves his mark. So with Iron Man, you've got Robert Downey Jr., James McAvoy is brilliant, but look, Patrick Stewart, man, sorry. Ian McKellen. There's some people you can't really. It's like, again, but then again, all the actors have that respect as well. They may joke about not doing it quite as such as the other person, or just go, I just pretend I was the first to done it. But there is a level of respect and stuff like that. And there's so many things that's very hard. But what I like about it is like, it isn't just, you know, showing respect to him. It's also showing respect. There's just so much respect for the fucking character and Hugh Jackman. But again, if he's gone out his way to be in, they're mates anyway, so he would have done it anyway. Because Hugh Jackman said he would have come back if he was going to be in an Avengers film, in which, and I think it's rumoured, because I think as I'm thinking Doctor Strange is because in Secret Wars it's supposed to be allegedly, don't hold me to it, it's Tobey Maguire. So Doctor Strange, Tobey Maguire, Wolverine, and some other characters I can't remember. But yeah. But the thing is, if he's going to go, yeah, I'm going to come back and do this film for you, mate, then of course you're going to cheer him off. Good morning.
I am soaking wet right now.
But I don't see anyone. I mean, Henry Cavill's rumoured to play a variant of Wolverine, or possibly he's going to pass the torch to. I don't know. It's just a rumour. But to be fair, no one could really replace Hugh Jackman. And if Hugh Jackman is still physically able to do it, I reckon he could. And if you got a full bodysuit like that, or even just your arms, if it's just covering your whole body and just showing your arms, the blessing for him is he doesn't have to go through that strict regime of like dehydrating and stuff to get that thing. But man, there's some people who you can't just. Oh man, it's gonna be hard. I want to know whose car that is. See, the thing is, that's what I find interesting though. Even if that's Cassandra Nova, it did actually throw me off and get confused. I mean, yes, she's Charles Xavier's sister, and him being English, as it were. You know, typical stereotype English, drink tea in posh glasses, but because she's got a jacket, because the jacket, when I first saw the back of her in the other trailer, the jacket she's wearing was a lot similar to one of the variants of the Ancient One was going to wear in Multiverse Madness. That was apparently, you know, they must original ideas. And because you've got like a gilded cup and that jacket that the Ancient One was going to wear, it just threw me right off at first because I thought that was the Ancient One. But do you know? It's Cassandra.
Oh, silly.
I mean, look at that. I mean, so yeah, that one stood by the license plate of the car. Could be Pyro, or oh, hang on, because the photo, well, that clipped in the last trailer, he could be Pyro. Could be sat on the car. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, hang on, I could be wrong, but I think it's kind of cool if I'm right, it's gonna be cool. I just don't think it's Ant-Man falling over. I think he's literally. So you imagine because it's like a Mad Max feel. You've got their base. I reckon the walls are his arms and the gates are his hands, and their headquarters is his skull. That'd be awesome, man.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence.
He still can't stand him. He's like, what the fuck?
Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine. It's the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know.
I mean, again, it's also interesting because I know he breaks the fourth wall, but none of them go, who the fuck's this person about? It's like all the Marvel characters seem to be aware of the writers. It's fucking weird.
All the slang terms, they have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even force bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes! But I can't.
Oh man. So yeah, I don't want to drag out too long, and I'm sorry if this video did drag out for a bit, but I wanted to share some of my thoughts now. But yeah, man, woo. Yeah, because what was it? Recording for about 40 minutes, and it's a 2-minute 38 trailer, so I do apologise. But I want to do a bit of breakdown and just throw some thoughts in there. But, oh man. To be honest, it's the only... Oh, hang on, and... Is it Borderlands? So I'm getting Borderlands and Wasteland mixed up. Oh, come on. Borderlands, I think. The film Borderlands. It's that one I'm looking forward to seeing come out, and this one. But there's not much on the horizon that gets me wet. That's what she said. You know what I mean? So, are you looking forward to this film? Let me know if I've missed out any details in the comments below. I'd love to hear what I've missed and go back. I'm sorry I waffled on a bit there, but I like throwing bits in my own thoughts and stuff. Like I said, because that whole thing about being meta and breaking the fourth wall, they need to do that in films more often. Especially if it's a superhero film or a comic book film. You know what I mean? Anyway. So yeah. Oh, you look... so I'm a bit random, a bit chaotic. So yeah, are you looking forward to this? Because I am. Like I said, it's this one and Borderlands Inc. That I'm looking forward to. But yeah. So, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about the film, like if I missed anything, etc. Let you. What do you think about some of the Easter eggs I point out, whatever? And so yeah. To be fair, though, can I just say before I go, all these trailers look good, but nothing beats, because we know it's happening. It's not so. I mean, you still get geekgasm from watching it, these clips, but the biggest geekgasm was when Ryan Reynolds just came out of the blue and went, so I want, says this thing, and then he's like, I want, what we got planned and that, and then Hugh Jackman passed through and goes, hey Hugh, do you fancy coming back to play Wolverine? And it's like, oh, that's got to be the best trailer. It's a teaser, but that was the best one. Hey, thanks for watching. Take care and be well.